Peace, my people. What's good? What's good? What's good? We on the spiritual tip. It's a spiritual channel, man, where I give advice on all different things that I've been through in life. And I just keep it a bean. You know what I mean? We keep it all factual. We don't deal with the fake. You know what I'm saying? I seen the post today, man. And I was thinking to myself, man, I was like, dang. Sis said something about she wanted to adopt a kid and stuff like that. And she said she can have kid, but she in the process of adopting a kid right now. Like I said, ain't nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? I feel like a person that come from foster care and things of that nature, I feel like it's cool and it's respectable. Now, what was the thing that I felt when I seen it? My first question was, do you have a man? Now, if you have a man and he have a penis and he can have kids, why don't you have kids and get married to your man? And you know what I'm saying? And then you could adopt later on. But I feel like sometimes, like, I asked the question of that because I feel like if I got a woman that I'm with, I love to death, she's beautiful. It's nothing more and sweeter and beautiful than to either have a daughter by her or a son by her, and watching that daughter or son graduate from elementary school, middle school, high school. The tears that roll down your eyes to see your kid that you raised achieve great goals and just be proud of it. So, like I said, there's nothing wrong with the adopting thing. I'm just don't understand if your man got a penis, the man got a balls. I'm like, why y'all don't have kids together? What's the reasoning for the adoption if you can actually have kids? What I'm saying is, you start in the adoption before you actually have an actual kid. I mean, you got to take care of somebody else's kid. You feel what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't understand that. Like, that's confusing to me. You know what I mean? Especially if you got somebody that you about to make your husband and things of that nature. You know what I mean? But like I always tell you this, man. What I learned about all the young girls and stuff that be out here, man, is just these relationships be so diminishing and awful. So narcissistic, it's beyond crazy, bro. The egos be through the fucking roof and all of that. Like, I sit back sometimes and I look at these different women, beautiful as hell, smart as hell, but no nigga. You know what I'm saying? I sit back and say, but why? Because everybody want the scumbag guy, and they think that that's going to bring them success in their relationship, and it's not. Nigga might have 8-pack, 10-pack on his fucking stomach. The nigga could be the best fit nigga in the world, but at the end of the day, you need somebody that's going to be able to take care of family, be able to cook, be able to do different things in the household. You know what I'm saying? You need a real man. You got a nigga running the street selling drugs and just out there. You know what I mean? And you settling for something that you know is not going to last. It's the equivalent of, it's different batteries that you buy from the store. You can get the Dollar Tree batteries, or you go to the store and get the expensive battery. You know that Dollar Tree battery going to run out quicker than the expensive one you paid for. So why could condition yourself to keep dating individuals or being in a relationship for individuals that you know don't have good intention? Their first intention is sex. Now, like I said before, man, I see a lot of women out here and they start to carry themselves as man when you could never carry yourself as man. Sleeping around with all these different individuals, having sex with hundreds of people. Like I said, I was telling my own wife this story, man. I said I had two homegirls, right? And like I said, they was whores. I ain't gonna hold back no punches. They was whores. Like, they both got pregnant. They were trying to figure out who the father was of their child. And they had slept with over 20 women. Over 20 men. Over 20 men. I'm talking about they had a list of niggas they slept with within that year. And it was over 20 people. I mean, goddamn. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know some player niggas. But over 20 women? Whoo. That pussy is on fire. Now, how do you settle down with a woman that had sex with over 20 men in 1 year? I'm just saying, man, I just be feeling like a lot of times women don't value themselves anymore, man. Like, I miss the women that value themselves and actually kept themselves up. Now, like I say, I ain't telling you to be no stuck-up ass girl that go to school all the goddamn time, ain't never fucked nothing, don't know nothing about relationship. They screwed too. I'm gonna tell you why they screwed, because they never knew how to communicate with a man. So when they get with a man, they're gonna be awkward as hell. Have y'all ever seen that movie May, where she just made a man her damn self? That horror movie. I like horror movies, but May, the movie called May, She tried to invent a man. Oh, I like him because of his hands and this and that, because she could never really interact with a man. You know what I mean? Because she never took the time to do that. She was too busy studying and going to school and never ever thinking about being a wife or being able to take care of kids or to be there for their man. They never had those experiences. They like socially awkward as hell. They really can't have conversations. They just don't have that energy to be a wife. Period. And like I said before, man, either you have a woman like that that's socially awkward, or you have the whore woman that's sleeping with over 20 guys. You sleeping with over 20 guys in a year. That got to be the most despicable shit in the world. I seen the list and shit. They was laughing and stuff like that. In my mind, I didn't speak on how I felt, but in my mind, I really felt like it was whores. Like they was completely whores. And they was like gorgeous, nigga. Like if you were to put them on a scale, take the whole shit away, they was definitely both tens. One was a dark skin and one was a light skin, beautiful black women. But they didn't care about themselves. They didn't care about their body or none of that shit. You know what I mean? And like I say, more information came back to me. Found out motherfuckers got diseases and all type of shit. I'm not surprised. You slept with over 20 men. You and I don't understand this thing that motherfuckers doing now. I want to be a hoe before I get married. I'm like, what do that don't even make sense. Why don't you practice on being a better woman, not being a whore? How would that help you? Like, bro, like I say this so many times, man, some real stuff. How is being a whore, right, gonna help you in the long run? When you have so many penises that been inside you, like hundreds of penises been in you, then you try to settle down with one guy. First of all, if you spiritual like myself, you know that that's a bunch of spirits that's been on you. You talking about if they slept with over 20 guys a year, you know how many people that is? That is the words of despicable on top of despicable. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's despicable, man. Like, I'm just saying, bro, like, some stuff just be sounding crazy to me. That's why I always tell people, man, especially women, I'm like, bro, like, stop chasing niggas that you know will never love you, will never value you, will never appreciate you. And then start understanding that me being a woman, I should appreciate my body, my intellect, and be able to communicate. The first thing you see a lot of women do, especially in our community, they don't communicate. The first thing they do is freeze. It's either anger, just all this anger and emotion with no logic, with no factual evidence to prove what they saying. It's like, where did we come to a place where we speaking off of shit that don't make sense? You ever just sit back and just listen and you be like, that don't make sense at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, make it make sense. And like I said before, I seen a lot of shit and I be sitting back like, okay. I mean, I see a woman in her 20s. I'm single. I'm single again this year. I'm single again this year. I'm single again this year. In my mind, I already know that this individual is a whore. I know this. You're like, Charlie, why you say that? First of all, you don't have a job. You're not going to school. You're not doing anything to advance yourself in life. All you doing is sitting around having sex and complaining about the dudes that you're messing with, that's drug dealers, that's providing for you. And the ones that is doing a little bit of something, how the fuck is you going to high education to mess with a guy that have a low intellect? On top of that, these niggas is all drug dealers and shit. Like, I'm sitting back like, at least get a nigga that got his own business or doing something with his life. You want a low life nigga, then complain about it. Oh, he ain't spending time with me. Oh, when he gonna ever come home? And when he gonna ever do this? I'm like, probably never. You just was another option a nigga was fucking. He never valued you as anything. You was always a girl. You fell in love with a nigga that don't give two fucks about you. I'm guaranteeing he probably fucking other motherfucking women. You know what I mean? Like I say before you diss a nigga that's a real dude, that got a heart, that got good experience, that understand how to treat a woman, before you diss that guy, really evaluate who the fuck you dating right now. Before you diss that guy, oh, he too this, oh, he too that. At the end of the day, you gonna be the sad one. He may look like Trey Songz. He may look like Chris Brown. He may look like motherfucking Jacquees. And what at the end of the day, do he got a good character? Do he got a good personality? Oh man, he talked good to me for a couple of seconds. But is that really who that person is? You know what I'm saying? Like I say, if you have a daughter like myself, you have to. We all got to teach them better ways than what we seeing out this motherfucker. Cause these women out here is blatantly stupid. They would take money from the good guy. They would take all this shit from the good guy just to go fuck with a nigga that never appreciated it. And then wonder why they not married. Wonder why they miserable. Wonder why they heartbroken. It's because you never took the fucking time to realize that you had a real nigga right in front of your motherfucking face that you spit on. And like I said before, I don't laugh at women like this. I feel sorry for them because at the end of the day is you never took a time to evaluate yourself as a person as well as finding a mate that made sense. Not a nigga that just looked good and you just want to suck a nigga balls and stuff. No, find somebody that actually makes sense in your life. Period. Now, like I said, I don't know how people gonna take the video, but I gotta speak factual. How many dudes have you dissed that loved you for real, that would have been there at you crying every night because you miss your guy, but you had an opportunity to be with a guy that would have been with you every night, but you turned that dude down to be with the scumbag dude you with right now and they come around microwavable. That battery. Remember that remember that thing I just said? That battery operated guy, right? And we ain't talking about no vibrator. The dude that come around, that he's a Dollar Tree battery. The other dude is the expensive battery. It lasts forever and ever. But the other guy, he come around, he fuck you, go around, fuck your homegirl, go around, fuck this girl over there. And at the end of the day, when they all come back, you got diseases, you got a baby, and this nigga ain't taking care of responsibility. You know what I mean? And you had a guy that was willing to take care of responsibility, willing to break bread with you to help you with the bills, willing to make sure you was straight, but you turned them down. Why? Because your homegirl said, he's boring, he's this, he's that. You got to learn how to understand in life. You was put on this earth to make wise decisions. And your decisions will fucking follow you for the rest of your life. While you miserable and going through all this pain and you watching everybody getting married and everybody have a better life than you, you got to ask yourself, how many fucking bad decisions that I made that bring myself to this point? How many? You know what I mean? You throwing away all these good niggas just to fuck with a bunch of street niggas or a bunch of scumbag ass niggas and cry about it. Oh, he cheated on me. Oh, ain't no niggas good. Oh, he got money. I heard a statement. Oh, he got money. He got a house. He got a car. Oh, he can't work the penis then. Like, what type of, who told you that? Like, who gave you that message that is real? You know what I'm saying? It's like you ain't even experienced that for yourself. Do you even know? You're just looking at a Facebook and an Instagram post? Stop it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like I say, I let people be miserable on their own time. But like I say, when I speak the real, I speak the real. A lot of women out here doing a lot of crazy shit. And not just women, men too, man. You got that good woman that's responsible, that's taking care of the home, that's doing good things. You go out and do everything despicable to break the home up. Sloppy here, sloppy there. You know what I mean? Come on. You got to even tighten up too, nigga. Like I say, man, it's both sides of the spectrum. But like I said before, man, I just feel like a lot of times in our community and our culture, women and men, like I told you before, they have the hardest time communicating because the ego of the woman or the ego of the man. The first thing about a relationship is about communication. If you cannot have a conversation with your significant other, why be with them? Because at the end of the day, it's about the relationship, the communication, the ties. See, love is built off strong bonds and the intellect, the intelligence of both people coming together, making a powerhouse. Not some motherfucker coming together, sling a dick on you, or the bitch sling some pussy on you. She gonna sling about 20 or 50 other niggas. No, you need somebody that really respect you as a person and understand what you need and be there for those needs. At the end of the day, I keep hearing all these sad motherfucking stories. I be sitting back like, damn, I've been in the motherfucking sad stories. And what I learned about those sad stories is, motherfucker, listen. No matter how good you is as a person, no matter how good you treated a motherfucker, people not gonna fucking value the way you treat them. And that's just how it is in our community. They don't give a fuck about that shit. All they want is what they want. And that's why they still sad and the fucking depressed and going through struggles. Cause they didn't grow the fuck up and learn how to communicate and have adult conversations and be a responsible woman or man. Communication is what bridges the gap in relationships and being able to compromise and come to a mutual ground. Everybody can't compromise. That's why the fuck they single and don't got nobody. And they fucking everybody in the city, catching diseases, having random fucking kids, don't know who the fucking baby daddy is. The lesson of the day is, when is you gonna sit back and look yourself in the mirror and say, this shit is old and dumb? That's it. This shit is old and dumb. Period. Man, I'm out of here, man. Peace, God.